This month I read 17 books. Thanksgiving break is for reading, right? Let's just get this out of the way. Fangirl. I rated this 5 out of 5 stars. No, you don't understand. I don't rate books 5 out of 5 stars on the first read. 4 out of 5 is my max on a first read, and then if I read it several times and it still holds up, then it gets a 5. Once in a very long time I read a book which is so perfect, I know deep in my heart that I will love this book forever, and I rate it a 5 out of 5 on the first read. But this happens really rarely, only once every few years, and is always accompanied by a freak out of me finishing the book and walking around the house for 20 minutes going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! That's how good this book is. Blade Dancer by S.L. Veal? Ignore the god-awful cover, this book is actually really good. It's science fiction, perhaps technically a space opera. It's got some Ender's Game elements to it. Some of it strangely reminded me of Futurama. I just loved it. The Care and Feeding of Stray Vampires by Molly Harper. Again, please ignore the ill-thought-out cover. This is the first book in the Half Moon Hollow books, a spin-off of the Jane Jameson series. Molly Harper is a very strong paranormal author and has a healthy sense of humor. This is now one of my favorite of hers. Great, funny characters. Forestborne by Shannon Hell, the 4th book in the Books of Bayern, which are YA fantasy, though I'd say younger YA, almost children's, but not quite. Anyway, I love the series, but this book is missing the magic of the others. It's slow and confusing at points. I almost felt, sluggish while reading it. I just disliked it. Sad day. Heart of Iron, the 2nd book in the London Steampunk series. This is one of the better romance steampunk series out there. Many of them tend to be poorly written, but this series is really well written and has a great character development. Loved the 1st book in the series. This 2nd book I'm not quite as gaga over, but I still really liked it. And I'm super excited to read more of this series. Pregnant with the Billionaire's Baby, on the other hand, not so good. I know you're so surprised. Okay, I also read In Time, the short story between the 1st and 2nd Darkest Minds book. Great short story with a beautiful story arc. I really can't wait for the main story to hook back up with this offshoot. And then I immediately read the 2nd Darkest Minds book, Never Fade. Liked it, but it had pacing problems for me, which is weird because In Time was much shorter, but it still felt like there was a more complete, set of pacing and emotions in that one short story. With Never Fade, it was emotionally go, 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 go for the entire 500 pages. After the nth thing exploded, my brain was getting this weird sense of deja vu of, wait, did this already happen? It may just be because it's a 2nd book, and 2nd books are the middle of the story, so you don't get the ramping up, and you don't get the satisfying ramp down / denouement, if you will, at the end. So I may like this book better once the series is all out, and I can read them all as one large story arc. Immortal in Death, book 3 in the Eve Dallas series. I really liked this book. The procedural aspect was engaging and interesting, and the love story remains fresh even after 3 books. All around good read. Only 35 more books to go in this series. I think I'm up to like what she'd written in 1996. Good lord. I just finished Vampire Academy. Thanks to all of you who insisted I read it first. I really liked it. When I first heard about this book years back, I was like, oh great, someone knocked off Twilight and combined it with Harry Potter. You know what? It's not like that at all. It has its own sensibility and its own world and set of rules. Looking back, I can't pinpoint one thing that made it good, just all the parts work together so well. Also, this book has the rare honor of forcing me to immediately put a hold on the 2nd one at the library. Usually I like a period, a cooling off period, a percolating period, you might say, between books in a series. But nope, not this time. I must know what happens next. So that's what I read this month. I am still working slowly through the book thief, not because I don't like it, because this is how I read World War II books. Has anything really sad happened yet? I am also currently reading Altered by Jennifer Rush, as everyone keeps recommending this book to me. I'm reading it pretty fast. I'm betting that by the time I finish editing this video, I'll probably have actually finished it already. I am currently rereading Rill of Ingleside, which is an Anna Green Gables book that I loved as a teen. I also find myself perplexingly reading both 1Q84 and Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell at the same time. You know anything about these books, they're humongous. I will not be finishing these in 2013, but they'll do wonderful things for my Goodreads page counts in 2014. Okay, so that was my November. Have you read any of these books? Do you want to? I know you have a secret hankering to read Pregnant with a Billionaire's Baby. No, you don't.